What it do, baby? What it do? This is Yeti from Yeti Machine Co. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This will be our fourth and final installment of all the footage from our trip to Born Free last October. If you don't already, do me a favor, go subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, give it a like, leave a comment, talk some shit to me, I don't care. Or leave me some nice words, that'd be cool too. But without further ado, let's get into it. Our trip isn't over, but our stay at Born Free is over. We're all packed up. We're leaving a little later than we wanted to. We had a dead battery and some other bullshit, but we are getting on the road, headed to El Paso. See y'all later. We have left Born Free, Texas. We had a great time, but it was time for us to make our trip back to California. We woke up early, we packed up, got on the road at a decent time. So it was gonna take us 2 days to get home from very far East Texas all the way to El Paso in one day, which is about 750 miles riding. It was a long day, but before we were gonna get too far, we wanted to make a stop at good old Buc-ee's, because it was, you know, Texas, baby, you gotta hit up Buc-ee's. We took the 20 on the route home, pretty straight, boring freeway, real flat. Unfortunately though, it wasn't boring in a good way. There's a bunch of traffic. Now, if you don't know, it's illegal to split lanes in Texas. In a group the size of ours, we didn't want to risk getting pulled over in a faraway land, far away from home, with a number of reasons that we could go to jail. Unfortunately, we had to sit in traffic for a while. Our clutch hands got a little bit tired, obviously. Right about to where we were gonna get to the freeway opening up when traffic was gonna end, Blake's bike broke down. It just crapped out, just stopped running. Couldn't get it to fire back up. But I checked air, fuel, spark, even swapped the spark plugs, thought maybe it was fouling plugs. Yeah, we just couldn't do anything about it. I chalked it up to a bad ignition coil, but it's hard to tell because the battery like died while he was cranking it over. And so we had to unload all the stuff out of Mazzo's truck there on the side of the freeway, loaded Blake's FXR, and then packed everything around it as nicely as we could. All right, I got the front brake. Got it? Yeah. I'm gonna pull the front end. All right.
You gotta pick it up?
Yep, swing.
Oh shit. All right.
Good? Yeah, almost wasn't, but we're all right. We're in one piece.
So nice.
I actually ended up fixing that bike, and if you subscribe to this channel, you will see in one of our next videos, I did a house call to fix it, figured out what it was, but I'm not gonna tell you right now. You gotta stay tuned for that video. And so that took a chunk of time. Yeah, we kept on trucking. We just jammed down the 20 all the way towards El Paso. Besides Blake's bike breaking down, it was a pretty boring ride until it got to nighttime. Now, out here in California, we don't, at least where I'm at, I mean, it's pretty much all cities. I don't really live anywhere like near the country. We don't worry too much about riding at night. Besides just, you know, it's dark. But it started getting a little scary when we started seeing nobody on the road. Like, semi-trucks were pulled over, no cars, no bikes, no nothing. We were by ourselves. And, I mean, we were, like, came about as close as I would say we did the whole trip to getting smoked. We were coming down this pass, and I was nervous, man, because, like, I always hear stories about people getting smoked by deers and all kinds of other critters, so I was kind of hanging back, being a pussy. We're 15, 16 hours in. We're all beat dead, dog tired, and just jamming, and all of a sudden all I see is everyone's taillights. Woof. So I pull over real quick, and Jeff was coming down this road, and right in the middle of the road was two big-ass hogs. And thank God he was able to thread the needle, get right in between them, and they fucked off before anybody else hit them. Yeah. Jeff almost hit a couple hogs in the fucking road, and luckily, by the grace of the fucking road gods, heck, he didn't hit it falling, and none of us did, but he split right in between. There was two fat ass hogs on the road, and they split right between them, and then the hogs fucking disappeared and nobody hit them. 80 fucking miles an hour
Fucking
on the goddamn 10 freeway. But that was terrifying. That scared me a bit. Pulled over at the next gas stop we could and kind of took a breath. Yeah, that was terrifying, and I'm glad that nobody died. But we made it to our Airbnb super late. It sucks because it was a really cool Airbnb. It had like arcade games in it and stuff, and we were able to park Mazzo's truck with Blake's bike in it in the garage just barely. We had to like take off the fairing and shit to make it work. But yeah, that was the end of day 7. So we made it to our Airbnb. So next day, it's day 8 on the road. We were beat. We woke up later than I think we all would have wanted to. So we kind of dragged ass. Today we are riding from El Paso back home to California, which is about the same distance we did yesterday, which is gonna be a long one. We're all sore and beat and tired, but all of us got a decent amount of sleep. And so that's the plan for today. Hopefully it goes smooth and we just cruise on home. If you like what you've watched, do me a favor and like this video, subscribe, leave a comment. I like doing the moto vlog stuff. It's been kind of fun. So we'll do more of that when more trips come, but obviously, you know, we still got to work. But thanks, guys. But we got on the road. We were gonna take the 10 all the way home, but the 10 was closed because of construction. So we took a detour, kind of went south and then down through Arizona. I want to believe on 8, if I'm not mistaken. It's beautiful, beautiful desert scape. You know, just 2-lane highway, and just kept it trucking. We hit a little bit of rain. It was pretty cool. So I remember I looked over at Jeff and I threw my arm up like I was like fighting the clouds and just we just opened her up, man, and blasted right through the rain. It wasn't too bad. It was actually nice. It was like a refreshing shower. We were making bomb time, and so we were going through the desert. And if you've ever been to the desert in Arizona, you know, it's gorgeous, like gorgeous landscape. It's just really tall, like painted hills. So we got into, I think it was Phoenix or Tucson or in between there, I don't remember. And Kyle's bike started fucking up. We had another bike go down now, or break down. He lost his rear motor mount, which sucks because that's what kind of locates the swing arm and everything. So we're kind of in a holding pattern right now, but we still got about 350 miles to go tonight. So it's going to be a bit of a long night again, but we'll figure it out. Kyle's motor mount just left the chat. It was dust. Like his motor was shaking really bad, and on Dyna's, you know, the motor mount pretty much holds the whole frame together. I mean, your swing arm's mounted to the transmission. Transmission has the motor mount bolted to it, and so it was completely and totally unsafe. Luckily, I had made friends with this guy. He's a friend of a friend, this guy Bo. Shout out Bo, love you dog, you the man. He lives really close to where the gas station where we broke down was a Pilot. He had a buddy that happened to have a brand new one. So at this point we were beat, the sun was going down. We knew it was gonna be another long night. I mean, from El Paso to Riverside is another 700 something miles, which is ridiculous. Side note, I'm never riding that amount in a day with that big of a group of people ever again. I'm gonna do an Iron Butt eventually, and I'll probably film it or whatever, but not with that many people. My advice, if you're with a group, keep it under like 400 or 500 miles in a day. That's if you're riding like newer bikes. Choppers is probably even less. So anyways, Kyle goes to get his bike fixed, and we were gonna keep on trucking. He was gonna spend the night, ride home in the morning. He got his bike back running and then left to try to catch up to us. We stopped to wait for Kyle, even though he didn't fucking tell us that he was gonna try to catch up to us. So I saw his location in the middle of the freeway and thought, oh fuck, he fucking died because he wasn't answering the phone. And then eventually he got a hold of us, and so we waited up for him. So Kyle pulled up, and then we chugged it all the way home. And I think that was Quartzsite. So we rode from Quartzsite all the way home, and coming up by Morongo, everyone was like on fucking fumes, and we had to go up this big ass hill, and we had the nastiest side winds. Like we were riding sideways, like the whole whole fucking way. Get to Morongo. We're freezing our balls off. It's like midnight by this point, so we're cold, it's freezing. We get to Morongo, get the hand warmers out. I think everyone but me and Hecky ran out of gas going up that damn hill. We met up, we got gas at Morongo, and then just smashed all the way home. But we got home at like 4 in the morning, and that was it, man. We ended the trip. Every single bike fucked up on this trip. Every single one, except Jeff's Dyna. My bike had that weird issue with the throttle. Robert's bike broke a couple things. Hecky popped a tire. Kyle's shit blew up a bunch of times. Blake's shit broke down. But every single bike made it home on its own 2 wheels, except for Blake's. But all in all, man, it was a great trip. I'm never gonna do this trip again in this form, and all the guys agreed on this. Like we bit off more than we could chew in the allotment of time that we gave ourselves. We should have figured out a way to do that round trip in like 2 weeks instead of 8 days. But all in all, nobody died. We had a blast. Born Free Texas is definitely worth the ride. Definitely worth going out there. Yeah, it was the trip of a lifetime. That's the farthest I've ever ridden on my bike, and you know, we're as a group of friends, we're really blessed to have each other and to have a group of guys that are great to ride with. You know, unfortunately, you know, life gets in the way of having fun sometimes, and so, you know, it's not very often where you can get a bunch of your guys, especially at my age. So it's not always you see a group of people that can afford to take the time off and go just travel half the country. So it is 4 o'clock in the fucking morning. This will be my last clip for this trip. After 8 days, 5 on the road, 6 new states, 3,600 and some change miles. Finally done. It's a great trip. A lot of ups and downs. I am beat to hell, and I'm gonna go crawl in a hole and sleep for a couple days. If you liked what you saw, please do me a favor. Like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram. Party on.